Alright, welcome to what will be the Drunken Singularity Industry stream. Right now, it is the Singularity patching stream. I started this 30 minutes ago. It's taking longer than I thought. But so I'll throw this open and invite people to come on and talk about their experience of it. Their experiences of it so far, space hangout style. Once we go, we can try to get the stream part going, but a pretty good internet connection. Maybe that's a thing that I can ask about. I know there is a way that works. Here, let me open the Hangout up. There we go. Same ACL as the normal space Hangouts. Pull it off of Google, put it up on Twitter. Tweeting both parts of this. Now I'm going to turn over to Skype and ask about how to make the launcher not patch like shit, because it currently is. So this will be a very boring stream. Not gonna sing, dance, entertain, whatever. So my goal for my character, I have a alt character that I use. My goal for her is I want to bring her in as a industry character in nullsec. Particularly in nullsec because I've done some market stocking in nullsec. I believe in the promise of industry, well, I'd like to believe in the promise of small-scale Tech 1 industry to let me fill market holes in particular without doing a lot of importing, working off of refined taxes or off of miner products. SoundMine does have some miners that I can buy stuff from and do this with. I could do it in basically any alliance that has a system and some mining infrastructure. On Sisi, I'll probably be doing it with just basic refined stuff, see if I can get the builds nailed down. But I know I'm going to need a blueprint. I know I'm probably going to want to copy the blueprint if I'm using corp blueprints, which I will be, probably, maybe, although my character is not in the corporation that I would be doing this with. So there's one problem. But oh well, I can buy BPOs. It's Sisi. And I'll just deal with BPCs later, I guess. I can copy them. Trying to see if the repair tool will work for Sisi. I do have, as promised, booze, in this case whiskey. You know, reasonable night. It is a weeknight, but chilling out. Hopefully we can get some other folks on in here. 40%. If you launch it with command line options, yes. Is that on the wiki? Uh, trying to get two-step to help me do this. But yeah, because my launcher is patching at like 47% or something. And like I say, I started this 30 minutes ago, so uh, it'll be a while without this working. But yeah, so I have a character. She trained some skills. I think she might have some mass test SP. If she doesn't, I'll have to switch over to Allie, who definitely does. Um, but I want to do blueprints, maybe make BPCs, build ships. I need to know what skills I want, what skills I need, what skills are going to affect that build. Uh, Maybe I'll try teams. I don't know. I don't know. My system isn't going to be obviously super loaded, so there's that. But properties. This may actually be going. Oh, it was going fast. Now we'll see. Speeding up now. At this rate, I will have my Sisi install patched in another 20 minutes. So, have to entertain you until then. I don't know that I have the Q&A feature on. I usually do for. Yeah, I can only do this before the broadcast, so forget that. But if folks want to join up, if you have a working microphone, great. I'm gonna see if I can sucker some more CSM 9s on. Um, Particularly Steve Ronikin. I know he's around, or he was around. He was very excited about playing with it. So if I can get him on to help me here, that would be cool. I already have the character. I trained her skills. I've sort of cheated in that I asked an expert about it. Oh, hey, dog. I asked an expert about it, and by an expert I mean Mena. So asking CSMs, one of the great things about being on the CSM is you find yourself with access to resources in terms of other people to talk to and figure things out. I have friends over and they brought their dogs, so I've got a very large, fluffy, semi-ed golden retriever mix hanging out with me right now. Hey, Salpin, how's it going? Cannot hear your sound at all. Suspect. Ah, there you are.
Yeah, I had the headset turned off. Haha.
Yeah, makes sense.
And let me turn off your other window here.
Cool.
Well, streaming while you're trying to download isn't helping for sure.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I don't. Well, so the streaming is my up, and the other thing is my download. I'm still getting. It's sped up. I'm getting like a megabyte, 1,000, a little under a megabyte a second.
I downloaded it this morning when right before I opened it up, so I had no issues when I
Yeah.
got home. But
If
yeah.
I'd done that, that would have been smart. I had instead a bunch of stuff to get done today. So this is right now more typical sort of space hangout thing while this does its patch adventures.
Yeah, do you want to throw me when you get on? Throw me a private convo, and we'll try to get you in the fleet so you can try at least try out the fleet stuff really quick.
The
Because
fleet stuff maybe. Um,
you
but
just it's the access for that new no warp, not
mhm,
to actually fly and check it out because I know the coding on their end is good, but the interface is upper right or upper left
okay.
on and off, which I think is clunky, but the way it's always been. So for all
Mhm.
fleet options, so I guess it works. So
Yeah, it's the fleet stuff is the stuff I'm less interested in. The stuff I really want to test is what I really want to know is can I learn to do industry?
that is my issue with not having blueprints in the info panel for ships.
I mean, this is something that I'll see when I get on there. I know that the interface has been completely redesigned.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I think you're still like one or two builds away from having some of the basic stuff work because I've got a Rifter skin. I keep trying to right
mhm,
click and go active and
mhm,
use, and that right click isn't working currently. I threw in a bug
sure.
report a couple minutes ago. Uh, so
Yeah, bug reports are the best.
yeah, because manufacturing, you have to go down and you have to actually go into the manufacturing um, side of it
Sure.
and go into Eve menus and open up that
Hey,
business thing. So,
yeah,
or it's actually industry window itself.
yeah.
It's it's
I'll see this when I get in. But hey, Silva, how's it going? Uh, you're showing up as mic muted for whatever reason.
Hi, I'm still on Eve Radio, so I thought I'd listen
Oh,
in.
cool. Yeah, you can actually I can toss you a different link which will put it just up on YouTube or whatever, so you don't have to, or so it's not taking input from you as well. But right now it's not particularly crowded. It tops out at 10 people,
Oh, okay.
but it's not actually crowded right now. It hasn't. I don't think we've hit the cap in one of these, other than the time CCP Dolan was on talking about the minutes. Um, that one hit the cap.
You get a select number of people.
You get 10 people, and I have the ability as the sort of maintainer or whatever to kick people out. I actually, Minna was having difficulties last weekend, and I kicked him uh, to try to help, right? Like, I was like, oh, I'll boot your double, and then you'll be able to get back in. And I think that Google took that as, like, I never want to hear from Minna again, which is not quite what I was going for there. But, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sissy patching is pretty much the most boring. Have you played with any of the new stuff on in terms of industry or in terms of other Crius features yet?
Yeah, no, I haven't at all.
Cool.
I don't have CC installed.
Really?
Ah, that's no good.
I mean, plenty of people don't do it. Uh, just kind of surprising because it's a good. I guess if you're not a part of the sort of PL like testing groups or whatever.
Journey testing. I mean, I had it, and then I would like go doomsday random carriers on there for fun. Nothing beyond that.
Sure. Isn't there a way to get do you just start with? Isn't there a way to like redeem Titans on Sissy, or do you have to actually have a Titan?
You have to
You
have
have
one. You
Oh,
can
to
build
have
one.
oh,
and
I,
the only thing that they are do now is up indices for systems. They do not do anything else.
what do you mean they don't do anything else?
The devs won't speed anything up. they'll
No.
they'll shortcut the indice raising process. So
But it
you
only
don't
takes like
have
a
to wait.
week,
Right.
and so I'm gonna try to get
But
that done. It took them 2 weeks, so
if they're live and you ask them, they've been pretty helpful with getting some guys started last time I was on. But you have to catch him when he's there doing just listening and around.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, I know there are other CSMs who are doing. I know there are other CSP, or other CSMs who are doing PVE testing and stuff on Sisi.
Yeah, Steve's been pretty active on the feedback today. They'll take 3 days just to figure out all the stuff he's thrown in there already.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been the major one of you guys, and he's caught most of the stuff. That he's the issue I've got is the two spectrums, right? All the guys that are full time industry will
Right.
catch most of them when they go through their stuff, so I'm not really concerned about that. It is the usability on the new guy side is going to be have less feedback.
Thekla says, and this is actually a good idea. Patching is slow. Try copying the TQ launcher to Sisi folder and starting that. I'm like 400 megabytes.
Oh, so you started from scratch?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started from scratch. All right, so
the easiest way is to bring the folder over, make a copy, and then just reroute one of the what's it called
Reroute
there?
a shortcut.
Reroute
Which
the
yeah,
shortcut are
shortcut.
you working on?
I have the shortcut. So let me properties. Let me copy this shortcut and delete it. Yes, delete it. And now I'm gonna go fish my thing out of program files or wherever it lives.
So how far was your TQ install?
My TQ install is 100%. Like
No,
I've
but if you're reinstalling from scratch, how far through the update part were you?
I wasn't reinstalling from scratch. Okay. I was just updating and I was at like 400.
I guess the question is how big was the file they were trying to update from? How old was the SSD
1.7
build?
gigabytes. So or 1.6 gigabytes, which makes me think that it was the oh yeah, the patch from current TQ to current SSD should be what 800 meg. Yeah,
Yeah.
my SSD was much older than that. So we're copying right now. We are now copying everything from my default Eve directory to my Sisi Eve directory.
Yep.
They're talking about Wardex on Eve Radio. Better get back to it.
Oh, okay.
But did you read that the blog with the try? Who was it? Sky 42 or whatever. Put out a blog like yesterday about Wardex and how they can be changed.
No, but I'm curious.
Let me track that down for you, and I'll throw it in the link. Um, let's see here.
Um,
Thought it was Gamer Chick 42, but no, it's not. Who was it? I'll track it down.
yeah, so this copies at like 20 megabytes a second, but it's copying 14 gigabytes. So I don't actually know if this wins out, but it's what I'm doing. So Thekla says still at war with Hangout interface. Oh, you know what? You're not. You haven't added me, so I haven't added you. So I've now added you back.
Yeah, the way it's set up is really odd for grabbing onto people and bringing them into.
So here's the deal, right? I used to just post the general link available. Actually, I will DM this to Thekla. I used to just post the general link, and people who were assholes would join up and say weird shit to me and join up, say weird shit to me, all that. Didn't like them. And so now I have the system basically, you add me, I add you back. You'll be able to join the Hangout because I just invite everyone in my circles. Works great, kind of. But do this for all current items. I guess if I thought about it, I could have copied less stuff into here. But oh well, it is what it is. Hey, Thekla, how's it going? Joined and then left again. Weird.
Yeah, the way
The way what?
how Sugar Kyle has her page set up for links, it still isn't as good as Jester's because it doesn't have the names of the blogs. So I'm having to jump back and forth between Jester's old links and this one, trying to figure out that blog, which is like annoying right now. Let's see.
All right, I'm not actually sure that this will create shortcut. Dragging this here, properties. Nope, I lost the shortcut. I'm gonna figure out how to launch this from the command line. This has been the most hilarious Sisi installing.
That just comes down to it should be cleaner and easier.
I mean, it should be, it should be you test, add.
And once they get the main new interface for all three and everything, I think they'll incorporate Sisi logging into that too, and it'll be fine. But until they get that extra layer that everybody has to use and won't decide to bypass it half the time.
I mean, it's, they're just like they have to do stuff for Sisi. If they could launch both from the all right, if they could launch both from the Singularity line, it would, or if they launch both from the launcher, it would be cool, like the same launcher. But got a question in the chat. What are you all doing? We will shortly be, very shortly, I swear, be trying to do industry on Singularity. I've never done industry before, ever. Most of what I know about it, I'm getting from other industrial players. I listen to feedback that people are providing in my alliances, in Skype, in Hangouts, all that. And I kind of pass the good stuff on to CCP. I, back up other CSMs helping out. I did some reaction farms back in the day. I've, Valkyries of Night, which is the corp I started out with, tried to do a lot of industry in Null, and I remember how that experience went. So I've got some experience with the industry thing, but I've never really sort of jumped in with 2 feet. And what I wanted to do was do that. Jump in, get Singularity running, and try to learn how to do industry as a new player, as someone with completely fresh eyes to industry and Eve. How can I figure out how to build things? Can I figure out what I need? Can I figure out what I need to train? All those kinds of questions that right now people have to go to third-party sites for. The stuff that you really should be able to discover in the game. What's actually happening right now is repeated attempts to patch my Singularity client to the point where I can log in. I have a very good internet connection. My partner carries a pager sometimes, and so the work pays for the connection. It's stable and large, but it doesn't. It is, it's still quite a lot of data that has to go through the tubes. So working on that right now. Very exciting. Thekla says his mic's not working. Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Say hi.
Oh, this is Alpin. Always foil to Allie.
People
Let's keep it
know who
interesting.
you are. You're on Hangouts all the time. Jason, I know who Jason is. I don't know if he wants to say hi, but he says hi in chat. Kids are still awake, so the no microphone territory. Yeah, I've got people are hanging out downstairs, but at this point, people are used to. I think my wife stole my webcam. Usually, Space Hangout sort of varies between like webcams and no webcams, different microphone setups, all that. I think I made it slower with this patch attempt. This may just end up being like the impromptu Space Hangout about Singularity patching, which is workable, I guess. But Thekla says it's like it doesn't recognize my mic input. There should be if you click on the gear, you should be able to see the microphone and microphone test stuff. Try and plugging in and plugging it back in again. Is the best that I can give. I guess like if I wanted to go full out, you know what? I'm gonna start this twice. I'm gonna overwrite my TQ install.
Ooh, don't want to do that.
I can totally do that. There's no reason that I can't. I have a new should be stable. There we go. Create shortcut.
And I'm not finding this blog that was like perfect. It was like gifted to be given to you guys in the CSM. I can't find it.
Yeah, if you find it, let me know. I'll take a look at it. I don't feel. Whoa, someone is mic breathing. Regarding the TQ install thing, the Mac client is now stable, which means that if I ruin my PC client, I can just redo it on the Mac and not have any problems with that. But
So what about now?
And
Yep,
this
working.
is it's working. This is the issue I've got. I've got Twitter and everything opened up on the laptop beside me, and my main TQ installs on my main computer. And half the time I click on links on there, and I can't pull it up on the again. Tweet Fleet's so cool.
Okay,
But
give me 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem. You're coming through now though. So
It's nice to see Carker in the Tiptoe Through the Tooltips thread, even if she's not telling us anything that we want to hear.
So it goes.
All right. In regards
Hey.
to Sisi, no, you shouldn't be overriding your TQ installed. It would be a bit mad.
It'll be quicker.
Copying over the TQ folder if you have an old Sisi install is probably the best way to do. It might even work if you copy just the patch files.
She was doing that, but she pulled the plug like halfway
I
through.
didn't pull the plug. It finished, but it's still running slowly. So I'm running a launcher race. One of them.
So you're trying to pull 2 versions?
Whichever one gets to patching first and says that it's patching less will survive. Getting cold. This is how. It's like the Hunger Games for launchers or whatever. Hunger Games is a bad thing. But anyways, fuck CCP is I think or at least fuck the patching.
The one weird thing is that the patching for Sisi seems to be a lot slower than it is for TQ.
What's even more fun is how we'll patch before halftime on the NBA championship game. You've been patching since it started.
Well, so I stopped patching and then I started patching again. Okay, so this one is trying to download 1.4 gigabytes now, which is less. And when the other launcher starts downloading, I'll know if it's got less to go or not. And then, like I say, I will. What?
Which is the other?
So I have the copied launcher, and then I have the TQ launcher. Well, XTQ launcher. If the TQ launcher can get started, and if it is actually only like 800 megabytes, so it's shaving 600 megabytes off this patch size, then I'll do it.
It should be under a gigabyte from TQ.
Yeah.
That's like the entire Crius expansion is a gigabyte.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That's less than
a bit less than Chronos.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to hear what the downtime is going to be for all the database scripts this time. Because they had to hit all the characters for drone skills, and it took them 3 hours. We're going to have the longest downtime in a while to transport all this across.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a good patch basically, regardless.
And the insider speaks and doesn't say anything.
Well, I mean, I'm excited about the industry changes. I'm excited that it might actually be something that gets somewhere that's more accessible for new players, that's more accessible for people like me, who I guess I'm now a veteran in some sense. I'm not a long-term veteran, I'm not a better vet.
There goes your CSM platform.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still looking out for new players. There is a point where you have to admit that it's been a while, and it has been a while since I did that. Which is, part of the thing that I'm looking forward to is that if I can try industry on the Sisi patch, I can do the whole wide-eyed exploration thing and all that. It's a ton of fun. But
yeah, it's the best. Worst thing currently is drag and drop doesn't work, and also you have to activate from inside the items inside your inventory, which is funky. But that's all That's all UI stuff that's all clearing out here eventually.
Yeah, I mean, CCP devs are still working. I do appreciate them
development, of course.
Yeah. I do appreciate them getting the patch to us this early. I don't know. I guess I can ask Jason if what's there in terms of third-party support at the moment, if anything. For
the industry stuff, I haven't actually checked.
All right.
Yeah, HLIB Industries complaining about not being able to get in. Logic Fox.
Oh,
That's you.
I will DM him.
Yeah, he's messaging me, telling let him in.
All right. If you just give him
You're going
the
to buy, so he.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the
direct, yeah. I don't know why it doesn't do. I don't know why it doesn't respect. I don't know why the direct link doesn't respect my ACLs, but now that I've set it up so that it doesn't do that, or I guess now that I've set up what I tweet so that it doesn't have that issue, I'm less bothered by it than I was when I was getting hot dropped by random creepers.
I don't understand. It's a public hangout. Why can't he just click on it?
Because it still has it's a hangout on air, and so it's public to view, but it still has the normal hangout, like you have to I have to have invited you to join.
Oh, I got you. I'll fix that. Let's see. I think this will work.
If you just give him I think I sent him the direct link. But if he clicks that, it will bring him in, regardless of the fact that he evidently isn't in my circles for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, so the direct link won't let him do it. He just said that. Yeah, he has to be in your circles. Or
the direct link won't.
Or you have to go to your post, the one that's shared privately, and just plus him in, and that should work.
All right, I'll try that. Is he his Lockfox?
He's John Purcell.
That person is not allowed to. I can't switch to Ally because the stupid switching to pages sucks. John Purcell is not allowed to be mentioned and added to this post. That's so weird. Has he added me? Yes, he did. Alright, I'm gonna add both the folks who added me. You all should be able to, if you refresh my stream, you should be able to see. Ah, wonderful, he's in.
Hooray, I'm actually coming through.
Yep.
You're such a scrub, dude.
You're a scrub.
Can't even learn how to use Hangouts.
Hey, give me a better link next time.
So have you actually loaded up Sisi so we can pull your stream and at least look at something that's in game?
No, I'm halfway through the patching process. Here
I'm more than halfway through the patching process. Updating my TQ install is working. I won't have a TQ install anymore.
Patch is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm downloading.
Here, I'll split my crap.
Yeah, I'm downloading. But it should be fine.
Yeah, I'm in, but I'm not sure how to get my screen into the show.
If you click the little like green screen arrow button in the sidebar. Yep, there you go.
There we go. Doesn't take over the stream, does it?
It shows instead of your video feed. Whatever was your video, which previously was your XSplit, is now your
And I've got one. There's mine currently. You can see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look at that.
Now that I actually know how to do this, we'll actually have something to talk about. This is the current industry screen. The list of everywhere I've got blueprints is new and good, but it's also everything. It doesn't count range yet. This is on a command ship EOS, and it doesn't have. I don't have everything that's required to build it here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see at least different parts. Let me pull up a reprocess and drop in a type 2 so you can actually see how complicated it can get. Drop it in, there we go, and there's all the output results. And you can see what it was the value.
Oh, neat.
And the estimated value after. So
Wait,
yeah.
are you getting more reprocessed materials than you would before? What can you?
Now the forms says every formula and everything is bad right now. So Do
Never
not
trust
trust
the mouse.
anything. We can only test functionality today. Wait until they get some better TQ data backing it up. And
What do you mean every formula is bad? The reprocessing amounts or?
The value calculations, all that are
Yeah.
way
Oh,
off.
yeah.
They get built the
No.
server from scratch or something.
I'm not. I'm.
The numbers are going to get mirrored.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
The point of the push to get like the new geckos was to seed a bunch of data for the testing server.
That makes sense.
At least that was my backhanded conspiracy theory.
It's a reasonable backhanded conspiracy theory.
because you can see how it all the components and then the tooltips that pop up tell you how much is reprocessed and how much is left and not recoverable, which is completely different than what it is on TQ currently.
It looks smoother. My Sisi is almost patched. I will be right back. I'm getting myself another drink.
Alright.
Character screen looks a bit different.
Yeah, well, your UI looks.
Terrible because of
Yeah.
the background. That new industry screen wasn't made for custom backgrounds. Custom background colors. It really assumes you've got the gray going on.
Well, I've got gray. If we want to switch it out, I'm just doing this so it doesn't. My TQ installs black on black, which is that's an interesting thing. Let's check that out really quick. Can this one actually gray out? And no, industry cannot. It's faded. You can see behind it, so it's not completely, but you can't pin or unpin like you can with the market. And I'm not sure if that's by design or if it's just something we need to ask him about.
All right. So.
Yeah, the industry panel can't. You can't click it and get it to transparent.
Can you stack it?
I can minimize, but no. The option to sticky, unsticky, or transparent, untransparent isn't
I want
on
to
this build.
stack it as well to be able to stack those things.
Stack it. Doesn't look like it with the market.
The market can, well, if it doesn't stack with market, it won't stack with anything else, I think.
Well, let's see. Is it shift?
Yeah, it's shift.
The shift before? I'm not seeing any clickability yet. I think that the
That's a minor detail.
yeah.
Later.
It's worth noting on the forum though. Like, can't stack window. Would like to stack window.
And if for those that haven't done bug reports on here, I'm going to throw one up here really quick. So
I mean, it's just like doing bug reports on TQ.
yeah.
And everyone has done a bug report on TQ, right?
The fact that there's still bugs in games say that is not the case.
Maybe they just can't code and just create new bugs.
Yeah. There are so many bugs that as they come in faster than they go out. But yeah, Lockfox, you should be able to join future Hangouts without any issues because I did add you to my circles.
Yeah, I saw that, and it shouldn't be a problem going forward. I was just trying to figure out how obnoxiously I could get your attention.
Twitter works.
Okay.
But all right, so now we're up to applying.
And that usually goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 90% applying, but it failed out at 100% while applying, which is
Oh, that's too bad.
You beat me.
damn straight.
I'm still downloaded, but you started before I did.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
launcher
come on.
version are you using?
That is your background? Come on.
Yeah, deal with it. I'm really sad the hot-blooded pinky one didn't come up.
Yeah, I have the most boring background possible, which is to say the default Windows one.
You
Are
didn't
you
even
are you like me? You only have
switch it to black or something.
Here we go.
Do you just have a Windows box just to play Eve?
Um, kind of. I have a
Oh,
Windows box
not even-
because I have a Windows box because I wanted to play video games, not Eve at the time, and do schoolwork and whatever, and I figured I could do that more effectively with a Windows box and a little Linux EPC. Now I have the Windows box, which is primarily for playing Eve and remoting into work, and then a MacBook Pro laptop, which is for most of the stuff I do the rest of the time. I'm actually without a Linux box at the moment because my last one is dead, but I should revive it so that I can say that I do use all three operating systems regularly at home. Which was
Hooray!
it was fun whenever someone was like, "Oh, what operating system do you use?"
Yeah, more money, great.
And Fozzie just tweeted out that there's only 63 teams registered for Alliance tournament, so
Huh.
everybody gets in.
Wow, that's
Surprising.
Yeah,
What was the cap? 64?
64.
There was room for 64, and there was
Well,
80 applications last year, I think.
well,
Yeah, I remember
crap.
being very happy to get in last year.
Let me harass him and tell him if he would just like corpse in, it'd be 64.
Oh wow, this does not resize for the smallest window very well, does it?
We'll
Oh,
just need
wow.
one more
What I-
team to show up, and then you do
Yeah.
not want to give away buy in the first round. It's but
Is that your usual Eve window size?
I don't have a usual Eve window size. I play windowed mode, so I resize all the freaking time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's same for me. I'm usually running 2 clients, and then Sisi also linked
I'll
over. So
see if I can drop a tower too.
well, yeah, the towers are in all kinds of secs now, including .9s.
Everything
sure.
except for where you can't put a Poco is, I think, the rule.
Yep.
It's an Ajita. It is.
Oh, no, don't undock yet. I didn't bring them.
hey, do you know who dropped all those ships out in the station? Was that you? Or is it
What
still
ships
there
out
for
on the
you?
station? Oh, hey, you're in the same.
You haven't undocked yet, have you? There's a whole bunch of ships out there off the undock, or there was when I logged in.
Weird.
Oh, I'm not in the test system. I set up where I could go and do high sec, low sec, null sec really easy.
That's a nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
I figure I'm just gonna go to straight to nullsec and do, what I had planned on doing.
Yeah, my plan was to go through everything so that I could touch on base for the guys who are in high sec who think that high sec is dying, or the null
Sure.
sec guys who think that null sec is dying, or whatever, and
Hey,
just sort of go through all the permutations.
Low sec's thriving.
Low sec is awesome and will continue to always be awesome.
Yeah.
they're
how
already
is- how is
they're already
LoSec
claiming
doing-
that the LoSec changes aren't good enough.
I was just about to ask, how is LoSec doing post Chronos?
Oh well, the only thing I don't like is the Plex timer changes to the rat spawns, and I'm trying harassing Fozzie to get it changed.
What didn't you like about it?
It makes offensive plexing to capture systems almost impossible.
Interesting.
Because of because defensive plexing doesn't have the random rat response, so you can uncontested. You can do it in the time, but you have that 90 seconds to 90 seconds to 3 minutes for larges and mediums, and shorter time for smalls for the rats to respawn. So you're constantly having to kill those rats, and it's taking much longer to complete a plex.
So
Interesting.
I would imagine that is by design, or at least partly.
It's I'm not sure. I think it's a side effect. It's stopping the farmers, but it's also preventing us from taking systems. Both sides are just like trying to go after systems, and any work is done a good portion of the day's work is undone in a couple hours.
Interesting.
And so I can show you the graphs for some of the systems. It's ridiculous. Like we basically giving up on offensive flexing if the system's not very close to vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Whatever I
Bach?
want. Don't question my genius.
Oh, good. I closed a bunch of Chrome tabs, and now this got faster. I'm glad to know that
Hmm? That's odd.
it's not, given the amount of memory in my system and the amount of memory that Chrome uses.
You've got
Yeah,
the
John, those
Trinity.
are the wrecks I was talking about. If you didn't
Oh.
drop them, then
Yeah, those aren't mine.
somebody else must have had the same idea as you did.
Which was
Come to a place where you could do all three things.
Yeah,
All three areas easy.
I picked Shisha because it's just a few jumps to Providence and then a couple jumps the other direction to Lowsec.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a factory and a supply station in the system, so it's really easy to get everything running, is the hope.
Right. Makes sense.
So are we still dropping the 3 towers, or
Yeah,
wait?
I'm dropping one of them now just to see make sure it's not all broken and throw some crap in it. I just want to see if we can get stuff set up because they rumored. I know that all the equations are screwed up, but they rumored that more equipment will make the math more efficient, which was rather vague.
It's cost for install. It's not material.
Yeah, that makes sense. But again, the balancing beam between industrialists who rock and industrialists who suck is going to be who pays the most in setup fees. Because everyone's going to use almost the same materials. I mean, that's going to be the counter for a really expensive build. But like, it sure sounds like we're going to live and die on who's paying the most to the taxes and fees.
Mm.
But the math is all screwed up, so what do I know?
Yeah, until we get a solid background information mirror, everything that you want to test won't be able to be done.
Oh, the cost scaling math. That makes sense. I was a little bit confused because I was like, I know that I've heard a lot about the formulas of Sisi, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, over the past, couple of months. So
The biggest
surely
issue.
those are applied, but the cost scaling things are going to have to come from TQ data.
Yeah,
So.
the issue is that the information on Sisi is a month old, and that everybody's been purchasing stuff at 100 ISK,
Right.
or trying to oversell.
So
there's
I was under the impression that those cost scaling, the cost equations are going to get ported over.
Right. That's what I'm assuming because CCP will want to. All right, later. Good luck on the patching minigame. CCP is going to want to have that tested. I am at 90%, by the way, on the final install Atron.
I'm still waiting on the file language.
When this
they'll
finishes,
patch
we'll
over
have
as
this
much as
system.
possible to get a good data set, but they're gonna mirror in a week, or as soon as they get a solid core.
Well, mirroring in a week,
So
that'll give you doing the TQ mirror will give them the data set that they need. So that'll give us a decent starting base, and then they can repeatedly mirror if they want to get it. All right, so I'm at 100%, and client is ready. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Finally starting.
An hour late.
As much crap as we give CCP, I don't believe that they're stupid enough not to do the absolutely obvious. I have at least that much faith. Camera shake, go away.
It's actually less.
I
On-
hate the feature. I'm a curmudgeon.
I'm not a huge fan of camera shake either.
It doesn't help that everything I do is multi-box, so having sound or camera shake or any sort of extra obnoxiousness, I tend to turn right the hell off.
Right.
And I know very few people who like the camera shake.
But the launching POS in 0.9s works, so
That's good. Get to chill out. Oh, good. It's showing the intro thing.
you have to watch the whole thing or it won't work.
Stop! I need to turn everything way the fuck down because I don't optimize settings for performance.
Oh, you poor Windows machine.
And I am trying to click on the stream when I'm trying to check for stuff in the actual client. Haha. For a second there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still
I don't
hate
have-
trying to turn GIFs and JPEGs.
Yeah, I don't have a very good computer because I bought this like a couple of years ago. Alright, so here is my industry alt who's apparently going to start walking in stations. Or here is a character who may be my industry alt. We'll see where the TQ mirror is at. What do I have here? History. Medium drone operation. That looks like not an industry alt yet. Character skills?
Yeah, they're really going to need to add
I have
a.
no free skill points. Alright.
They really are going to need to have a where can I find tab now that we can access this way. Because there's no way for me to drop something in here and then say, okay, this is what I need. Right click, show info, materials, okay? So it tells me what type of materials I gotta go. So I go to show info again. Description. Where do I find this stuff? Attributes. Size, right? There's no way to know where I need to go to start the process of getting that stuff.
Sure.
Like, as in sourcing, not buying.
Yes.
But that's just that material that doesn't have any description to it.
Yeah, but even Morphite. Morphite is found in Mercsite ore. Where do I go to get this?
Ah.
Yeah, but do you want to do... Oh, if you want this item, you need to go to exactly that system, in that particular coordinate, and you need to do X.
It just told me a new version of EVE Online is available. Please update the launcher. I just updated the fucking launcher.
You just pulled. Make sure you're clicking the right link.
I'm clicking on the launcher that... What the fuck?
Click all the things.
Did you not use the proper shortcut? Did you...
I did use the proper shortcut.
Did it want to log into Sisi or TQ?
I just used the Sisi shortcut that overwrote my TQ install. I'm double clicking on it again. That was weird.
Is it working right now?
Well, a launcher has just come up and it just says client is ready. I see
Client is ready
two
too.
launcher.exes, so I'm gonna close this and then I'm gonna... Okay, no, there are always two launcher.exes. So I'm gonna click on this again. It, like, everyone saw it. I was logged into Singularity on a character. What's my password? What's that? Alright. Come on. Alright, so I see exe file starting. That's great. I watch my task manager to make sure that it's actually going. Alright, logging in, authenticating. Son of a bitch! I'm unsubbed on Sisi. Also, June Ting is here. You can't. I'm on my...
The character's unsubbed? Is it unsubbed on
Ali
TV?
Eris is unsubbed on Sisi because she had a 1-year subscription and
Haha.
it hasn't mirrored over yet. I have... Oh, fuck. Alright. I don't. My other alts don't have industry skills.
Don't you get free XP?
No. All
If
my
you
free
can log
SP is on
in,
Ally.
Plex is good on Sisi.
Do you have free SP on Sissy?
I might
Me?
also have industry skills.
No, I'm talking to June, who's standing next to me. Hang on, I'm gonna go bitch about this on Skype. Uh.
Hab 2 is in 6-C, but he's usually at home now. That's the alt
No, use your
with the script running.
Yeah, Habakkuk 2 is an alt. All right, June is logging in for me. And accepting the UA again. So I'm gonna play as June Ting on Singularity because I have good friends.
plus 2. Well, I don't think.
And CSM member gets banned for playing on all accounts.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm account sharing right now.
Terrible.
But it's on Sissy, and she said it was okay, so it's fine.
And she's in the room with you.
And
so
she's in the
I
room
guess
with
you-
me. Yeah. So who's to say that it's account sharing? Maybe she was just bothering my Wi-Fi. She was borrowing my Wi-Fi earlier, so she logs on from my
Sorry.
I'm logged into TQ right now from this IP.
June says she's logged into TQ right now from this IP, so I should really get my more broader spectrum mic. Anyways, I am now logged in on a character who purportedly has industry skills, according to June. Here's again, we're going into walking stations.
This is ever.
What, you've never seen walking in stations?
No, because I play on Linux.
Oh right.
Ah.
So now I have a new problem, which is okay. So there's industry. Oh hey, it's a new icon.
Yeah.
And these are
These are
blueprints
both
for you.
new icons. Oh,
There are even blueprints for you to play with. How about that?
but they're in LSC. Your blueprints suck.
Oh, fuck! Because the move off hasn't happened yet.
We have. I'll just buy blueprints. It'll be fine. Alright. So, blueprints. Apparently, there's Discovery Survey Probe blueprints available in EX6. So, I'm gonna go a couple of jumps to this other station in a Hound, because why not? Yeah, this is a couple of times in the past apparently. So I'm just gonna go over to another station where there's stuff,
That's the button.
which is gonna be more fascinating. So if I click on this, I can see the time efficiency, the material efficiency. It's a manufacturing thing. It's 43 jumps away. Fuck my life. I guess I could like teleport to Syndicate and then.
Can't you clone jump?
Could you what?
Clone jump.
Yeah, maybe I could. Weird. I can't appear. I don't appear to be able to.
Resize it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna write this down.
Just go to the to a station with goods.
That's where I'm going. But I think I'm gonna actually. I think clone jumping is the right call, especially if LSC is seeded, because then I can build. Like, then I can try these neat BPCs that are here.
Yeah, if you got a clone, or you can just go move me to 6-C and have everything
Yeah.
in training
The
tips.
math is totally wrong.
Yeah, right now T3 building T2 stuff requires 3 blueprints.
Building T what stuff?
T2
T2.
stuff.
Also,
Requires-
I'm using two T1 items per T2 output,
Yep.
which is wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm using two T1 as well, but I only need one. It looks like I only need the one blueprint. So I'm gonna dock up and set up the clone jump. Facility _ distance input material.
Oh, I don't have
Yeah.
even I don't have the
Oh,
skills
skills.
to build T2 stuff.
Okay, that's cool. So I can see what skills this character has.
In the
Facilities,
industry window. Yeah.
jobs. Oh, so EX6. Oh, here's the upgrades. Whoa. This HY is. Oh, is this what kind of station is this? Oh, Jin says this is Caldari, so that's why it's got so many different things, whereas Minmatar Station only has a couple of different things. I'm gonna go on the ship hangar.
Yeah, so the window size of the industry window is fixed, but internally you can still resize the columns, which is
That's okay, I guess.
Yeah, but the size of the entire
messy.
activity pane is doesn't fit in the smallest window size.
It's insufficient. It needs to be a little bit wider.
Alright. Wow, you have 4 jump clones. It turns out my friends have better skills than I do. Ali only has like 1 or 2 jump clones. The curse of catch.
I could have a lot more.
That's funny. Kenler's School of Economics. Sound the alarm. So, sound the alarm is an MR station, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's got a 30% discount. System cost index? This is a 50% discount. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's been double upgraded. That's been double or triple upgraded.
Okay. So there's no easy way for me to like. There's system cost index, and there's these pluses, but I have to hover over the pluses to compare, which is a little annoying. So let's actually try building something. I don't actually know how I would plan how to build something other than I guess I would get a blueprint and I look at it. I don't know.
You already have the Helios
I have
already
a
in your.
DPO and LSC station then, and I have a couple of charging PCs there.
Or I'm going to LSC.
Yeah, in LSC station.
Alright, so I'm aligning. I haven't self-destructed. Oh yeah, I am self-destructing. Good.
Knock yourself out.
Have fun, thank you. Alright. Okay, so none of the system cost indexes are in place. I can see the activity not supported at this facility. So, reverse engineering is the thing that's unique to Caldari. That's interesting. Oh, some of these systems have cost indexes. It's kind of cool.
But the cost index is dictated, as I remember, by the amount of activity
Sure.
and the amount of the density of operations. So to say.
Yeah, the cost index doesn't have any numbers either. It's just like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There's 8 little ticky marks. 8 or 9.
8.
I guess there's maybe 10. 1, 2.
What's the cost index? I'm not getting the same over thingy when I hover over anything.
I get the manufacturing thing if I hover over manufacturing. I don't get anything hovering over the cost index, which is weird. Like
That's in the facilities tab. I think that's 10.
Yeah, I'm just trying to count how many little tickies there are. All facilities, public facilities.
That's 10 for sure.
Yeah. Alright. My grody dead body.
Oh, that's cute.
Hmm?
Not your body. The you can output to containers. I know that was a feature. I just never expect it.
Mm-hmm.
So the facilities tab is outlined correctly. Everything fits nicely on there. But the blueprints tab, not so much.
Yeah, it says inventory location. It doesn't really. Alright. Jobs. I don't have any active jobs right now. That makes sense. Teams. Team chartering. Whoa. Okay, so region. Okay, so there is a team in 6 tax Sisi.
Oh, I
World.
didn't see teams on mine either. Oh, because my thing is too short.
Found 2 teams in my random system.
But I can't like. Haha, there's teams in Asakai. Which has small class ships. That's capital class, carrier, large class. Why are all those grayed out? I'm not
Wow.
sure. The specialties, like.
Yeah, the specialties do not fit very well.
Alright, specialties hard to read.
And I'm about to reprocess 100 Dominixes to get
Enjoy
ore.
that. Don't break the game.
And it was instant, which is good.
Yeah.
It didn't break.
So I'm trying to look at these teams and like there's
Who's breathing heavy?
not it. There's small class, medium class, capital class, command ship. Maybe these are just like the different things that Rodin Shipyard's teams can do, but they're one of these is highlighted and then there's like random ass other things. I don't.
Yes, I think they randomly seeded the teams, and the teams aren't working correctly. That's also in the.
Well, right, but
on
it
the
says like
forms.
this team member modifies jobs on these things, but that team member isn't highlighted. So is it the case that we only use one team, like small class covert ops, are both highlighted here? Can I show info on this? Yes. No, but that's the solar system.
I think the terminology is wrong. It says this team member modifies, but the entire team is the modifier.
Right. Well, the team is made up of members, but I don't know.
They aren't really stacked together to know
Yeah.
about it.
Team chartering. Oh,
It'd be-
so here's auctions. So I could buy like a small class.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if the tabs had you could color them. If you didn't have a facility to remind you.
Mm-hmm. So I guess here's the question: can I bid on? I'm gonna dock an LSC. Ooh, it's so pretty.
Cannot install from this
Wave
location.
station. So pretty. I'm distracted. It's very bright blue. Alright. Huh. No, it's the same colors as this side. Okay. Alright. So, can I, in fact, bid... Go to the solar system with
Yeah, the
the
bid-
highest bid.
Go in.
Higher than...
Oh, reverse does. Oh, maybe I suck.
Higher than... Okay, so the auction is for like 100,000 or whatever. Let me try bidding 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 million.
I'm not seeing any teams over here in 6-C.
Well,
But it's system. It starts out system, then world. Okay, I see it now.
yeah. You can do like world or whatever. I'm just gonna start bidding on teams. On behalf of LSC, let's bid. So it's weird. It says place bid on team higher than like a certain amount. This one, I'm gonna LSC enter amount. Let me.
What's the trick to getting to be able to bid?
Yeah, I can't get it to take a system.
You have to hover over the bid thing and then click.
I'm not seeing the bid thing.
In
Go
team
to
chartering.
teams, filter for region, or filter for world in the team chartering.
Look up the team chartering thing at
Yeah.
the bottom.
I can sort this by
Then you can
option.
select a type as well. So say.
I mean, I've got that. Oh, team chartering at the bottom. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consumable, no team
It needs to bite people or something.
I don't know. I'm gonna all teams to LSC though. LSC. So it's weird. It says place bid on team higher than 620,000. 620,000 isn't enough to win this team. So I'm really confused by that higher than that higher than thing. So I'm gonna
Is that a
do.
mechanic to make sure there's no plus 0.1 isking?
Yeah, maybe. I guess here's a question. So I'll try bidding on this team. Is this? No, this is being won by Asakai right now. So let me put LSC. All right, and let me do 100, 1, 2, 3. Ah, yeah, it is to prevent 0.01 isking. So you have to raise by a certain amount. That's not so bad. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Summon system with this photon microprocessor. Show info. By this type. Haha! Use corp account June and Alley's embezzlement scheme. Yes, please. And this station is seated. Excellent. So let me just try, like, reprocessing. No, if I reprocess Helioses, they won't. Reprocess 100 Helioses. Oh god. June's entire hangar. Why?
Yeah, I'm not getting it to bid. How much over did you bid?
I bid like 100. I bid like 100,000 over.
I tried to bid for something that doesn't have a bid yet, and it doesn't.
So, so you have to have a solar system actually in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
you bid for that team to, for a certain price, move to your solar system.
Alright, so I now have.
And it doesn't remember what you typed in it the first time if it closes.
So I can't find the photonic microprocessor has a materials tab, but I'm gonna agree with Salpin here. Put blueprints on everything.
And sources.
Yeah, blueprints, sources. So if this comes from something, like, in terms of sources, I would say, if it's a mineral or if it's a moon thing, like, say, oh, this comes from a moon. But, like, I don't fucking know where nanotransistors come from. Oh, nanotransistors don't even have the reaction on them. I've made nanotransistors.
Logging back the whole reaction might be a little information overload, but as long as it's one step per flag.
That's the same for PI. PI is like this comes from X and it goes into Y.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bid
that's all I
needs
want.
to have an automatic this system button or something.
Alright. Oh, this is so hilarious. Reference.system, reference.team. Oh, that's cute. Reference.skills, reference.blueprint.
Welcome to this test server.
Yeah. Where we haven't changed things from programmer debug messages, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
So I have the job cost, I have the outcome, and I can see the total estimated price. What I'd love to see is the total estimated price of inputs. Est price inputs. I have no idea how much all this stuff would sell for.
It's in the window.
Oh, total estimated price. Nothing.
Well, and some of that's going to get skewed since the intermediate products have a different price than their subcomponents.
Sure.
I don't know how much it makes sense to boil that down for people.
I don't think it does. I mean, if you have the intermediate products, those are the things you're buying. You should be able to discover that information at each step. So if I hit start, job not installed, insufficient funds to pay job cost, the job cost has changed, so the tax rates have changed. Error.account funds. Where is this trying to pull from? I have tons of money.
It's a bug that is in the forums already, and that they're fixing, working on it. So I'm not sure how many people have actually put jobs in that actually work yet.
Okay, so let me try facilities. Let me try, like, what if I do this in... Why can't I, like, try... So this is facility. How do I change facility? I want to see this... Like, what if I did this in 31 MLU?
I installed a job.
It worked. Excellent.
Let's see. Is it actually showing up on the active owned by Corp? Yeah. Sweet.
I don't even know whether I'm installing this as myself or as my corp or what. I don't know where to. Oh, item hanger, item hanger.
It goes off of Blueprint source right now. You can't straddle personal and Corp.
The account funds thing on the forum, it said, facts from letting us know we have been noticing this issue in some characters only. We will be looking into this. So
Oh,
some
in some
characters
characters
only.
Alright, so what you're saying is I probably won't be able to.
Maybe that's skills related?
I don't know. I'm gonna submit a bug report though, so that CCP Goliath likes me. Title unable to create job.
There is industry skill that affects like
It's on the
price.
forums already. They already have a fix.
They have a fix?
Well,
It'll
so
come out.
you can spread.
The first perspective fix will come out tomorrow.
Okay.
Of
in
course,
that case,
there will be a patch tomorrow, but there's a post in the known issues thread saying we know exactly where this is coming from.
Alright. Great. I won't bug report it then, because it's duplicate at that point.
So if I click that again, it comes up with the same settings I had.
That's neat.
Okay.
I wish. Okay, so 0 out of maximum 6 available. Job control range 10 jumps. I wish I had some way to change the facility. Which, like, CCP was promising that you could compare that, and that's kind of important to me. So let me try this. Jen swears she has a hurricane. Oh, here's a vagabond blueprint. I want to do that. No, I want you. I want to build my vagabond. Use blueprint. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that takes longer. Requires more minerals. Do I have any of these? No.
No, it's all red.
Alright, so let me see what happens if I buy. Oh. I don't want a blueprint, I want a vagabond. New market details. Alright. Let me see what happens if I buy and reprocess one of these.
So how did you switch out to a different facility?
I didn't.
Didn't. Alright.
I'm working on.
Reprocess is cool. Half this stuff should go on TQ tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, but it all kind of goes together, right? So,
I know.
Alright, so let's get more Tech 2 components by reprocessing vagabonds. Transfer to item hanger. Wait, why are you... There we go.
Alright, this is neat, but I'm going to have to tap out.
Alright, have a good night.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck with the testing. I'll come hang out with you sometime on one of your streams.
Yeah, I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a weekend for the European guys. So there's a
Makes
calendar on my blog
Oh, cool.
because I can't be bothered to translate time zones.
So,
Hi,
Ali,
John. I'll see you on your stream, or send me a mail when you want me with what you want me to do.
Yes,
Ali,
sir.
Figure it out.
for your notes, I want to be able to drag a blueprint into my industry window.
I feel
That's
like-
currently broke.
Hmm.
Alright, drag blueprint. I'm gonna look at these notes. I have, and I'll show it off when I get, when we get to the end of this and I go back to showing my camera. I have a note on my desk that says, that has Nora Magasin. It's a bar in Reykjavik where a lot of things happen. It used to be called Zelensky Bar, and the note says Nora Magasin and an Icelandic street, Postastrati.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
It's where the bar is. I don't know why I have this note. Because I know where it's not in my handwriting, so I got someone else to write this down for me. And I know where the bar is. I found it, like it's one of my Reykjavik landmarks. So
Mhm.
this is my FanFest mystery that was discovered in my purse the other day. Alright, so I have an Iron Siege Blaster cannon blueprint. That's cool. And nanite paste. Let's try nanite paste. What do I need to do? Oh, this is different. This is simpler.
That's all PI materials.
Okay. So we'll buy some nanites. And this stuff. And some stuff. Okay, that's a cute little thing, and I've got time efficiency, but no material efficiency. I thought I bought some of this. Yes. There we go. Okay, so let me see what happens if I put 10 runs in.
What's really annoying is 6-C does not have any slots in it for some reason.
Slots?
Come next door to PVH. It has slots.
Yeah, I know. Or I could
thought-
jump over to my alt and actually do something in the server, in this space where I'm going to be testing later, but I already got... Just annoying having everything for Domixes and actually pulling stuff on the market on 6-C and having not being able to put anything into work.
Alright, so show percent of materials in browser. I mean, this is already like worlds better than the current thing.
Mm-hmm.
If this had the materials and then it just had like the blueprint, like at the bottom of the materials, the reaction at the bottom of the materials or whatever, that would be good. That
Yeah,
would be
but check out one of these PI things you bought, like the data chips or something.
yeah, we'll do. Nanites. Show info. Yeah, production info. Produced by schematics, consumed by schematics.
Yep.
That's... Yeah, and it says where I can use it. That's really cool.
That's like the newer design of PI.
Yeah. They should copy that. People have been figuring out PI for a while now. Or at least I've never had people be like, I don't understand how to figure out PI. I've just been too lazy to do it, which is a different problem. Alright, so here's a small ancillary shield booster. I still can't pay for anything because it doesn't believe that I have money in my account, but that's... So start skill requirements not met. Okay. Whereas this works. I guess it's one of the things that this is actually kind of missing that the other system had was I don't have any material efficiency here. Are there wasted materials? How would I see that if there were?
There isn't any wasted materials in the new system.
Well, no, but like wasted materials as in if I researched my material efficiency more, how much of a
How much can you
improvement would I
save?
get? Yeah.
It's like there needs to be a compare tab.
Yeah, but effective MIPE not.
They were saying that there was going to be, at least that was going to be doable.
Sure. So
Maybe
what
it's
if
just not in this build.
I could just buy a Helios blueprint. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. I could own a T2 PPO. Let me try Imicus. Imicus blueprint. So if I show info on this, yeah, material level, production level, I can't. Manufacturing time, my manufacturing time, bill of materials, has some extra text in it.
It only takes 2 minutes to research a bit of ME and PA.
Yeah. I don't know. So in some ways this is a lot better because I have like the skills and I can see how long research will take and how long copying will take. And that's really neat, but I can't see the effects of research, so I can't really understand. Like, if I research time efficiency, what will that do? Like, material level is 0, productivity level is 0. So, what is a T level versus time efficiency? Um, what does this or this actually get me? Is it worth spending that time to do it? I don't know. I can at least, I can easily see the skills that I need to do this. It says 4% reduction in manufacturing time per skill level. I don't necessarily know what else will affect this. Let me see if there's a way to see that, because that would be really neat, right? Like, I want to be able to see
Like
if...
skill-wise, what affects your time or materials?
Right. So I've got... This will tell me that I have the right skills. If I hover over them, I can't see what they're doing other than, I assume, letting me do this. Like, why do I want capital ship construction? Production. Skill at the construction of capital ships, you don't say. Attributes, training. Why does this have a level 5? What does this do?
Capital ship construction.
Like, it doesn't, it's not a prereq for anything? What does this do? Alright, I'm writing that down too. Do either of you actually know what capital ship construction does? Because
I'll look it up.
It unlocks being able to actually build it.
Sure, but why does it
what's
have...
the trade-off for getting level 4 in it or something?
Right.
Required 4, there's nothing in there in the tab.
This is frigate construction that I'm looking at.
Yeah, but click on required 4.
And this is cruiser construction. So it's like you have to train frigate construction to 4 to get cruiser construction. Capital ship construction, meanwhile, has no required 4 tab. But June has it to 3, and because she's... Like, this is a pretty hefty skill, so she would have had to have done it for...
Okay, yeah. Level 1 required for freighters, level 3 required for carriers and dreadnoughts, level 4 required for capital industrial ships, level 5 required for titans.
Okay, so you train it to get access to different levels of...
But the info window doesn't say that.
Yep.
In the right description.
The description or the like unlocks thing is not correct there.
Unless there's going to be an ISIS for construction.
ISIS for construction would fucking own. Like, that would be amazing. This requires industry level 1. It doesn't even require frigate construction. What is frigate construction good for? I guess maybe the Helios. Let me check that out.
I think you should have a high level of frigate construction.
There it is.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, required for advanced frigate blueprint manufacturing. Okay.
Yeah, adapt ISIS to this sort of thing would be an interesting thought.
Yeah, let me see what happens if I just look at stuff in ISIS to try and figure out about... So I can, yeah, I still get like materials, but I don't have the blueprint. Or I guess most of this is really interface stuff. This is me trying to figure out who...
The capital ship construction has not been ported yet to the whole masteries thing. by the
Sure.
looks of it. Nor has battleship. But if you look at outpost construction, then it does do things like required 4 with the masteries tabs.
Sure, let me look at this. Outpost. Outpost.
That has a nice required 4 thing.
Oh. Yeah. But you actually need it to deploy these, right? Yeah. So it's different because you're actually deploying it. It would be like having to train starship construction in order to actually fly a ship.
Yeah, but why not?
Sure.
Why not use the Cimarron model?
Yeah. It would be nice, like required for such and such blueprint, such and such blueprint, such and such blueprint. I don't know, like if that's a massive scope overrun.
If you do blueprints, then it's a lot larger. But it's
The question is how scriptable is it, right? Because if it's like something
yeah,
that
but
CCP Fox 4 could knock out with a Python script, then
well, according to his own dev blog, he cannot be trusted with code.
yeah, well, he's been working on the APIs, so that's cool. All right, let's see the thesis.
I think
Alright.
considering you've got like relatively few levels of ship classes to actually build, it's like small, especially because you can make that similar to how these teams work. Because you take a look at teams, they have like their specialization in. Let's see.
Oh, this is what uses the secondhand parts and stuff. That's good to know. Alright, and if I say 2...
Yeah, the teams. Those are split into like large ships and medium ships, small ships.
World, all types. Oh, so this is teams... Oh, I know why I was only getting like teams that could affect this. I understand this teams display now. It took me some time.
Filters for blueprint.
Yeah,
You've
it's
got the
filtered
selected blueprint.
per blueprint, and the highlighted thing is the part of this team. This team has several specialties. The highlighted thing is the specialty that I actually give a shit about right now.
Yeah, the rest is just.
So, could I browse teams without browsing?
Yep. Close industry window, open industry window again, and then you have access to all teams.
Oh, cool. And they have all of their things, all types. Whoa, Starbase team. Neat. Neat. Containers. Deployables. Okay, interesting. I filter, let me say, nanite. Oh, why does it not highlight? Where's my team note? Blueprints and everything, Turtles.
I'm finding 3 teams with nanite specialization.
Yeah, I'm just like, specialty's hard to read. Right, so I understand this. Filter should...
I want to be able to filter teams manually for blueprint, for like current blueprint.
So
like world, all types, and for this blueprint, or just in general. I can imagine that I'm working on setting up a job and then figuring, wait, maybe I want to do something else, but can I get a team to make that actually worthwhile?
Sure. I guess alternately some way to close out of a blueprint.
Hmm. Yeah, like canceling the job setup and going back to blank
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, because I might be thinking, like, actually a good example is I have a Helios right here. I need to make a pulse shield emitter, so I go find a pulse shield emitter blueprint, and then I go look for a team that will help me build these Tech 2 components.
There's one thing though. If you have several blueprints, the next and previous arrows do work, kind of. Like I can do previous one time and then I cannot go back to the second one.
Mm.
That's half broken. So I use blueprint A, then I use blueprint B, then I press previous, and then I cannot not go back to previous.
Yeah. I don't know that I haven't actually used the previous or next functionality at all. So let me try this.
I've done that for like show info windows if you've got multiple people open.
Mine's working fine. Oh, but the next isn't working fine. Use.
Yeah, if you load two blueprints, I wasn't able to go from
I was
A
able to
back to
go
B.
back infinitely far, but not forward. So
Yeah.
I don't know what these different circles are. So here's the minerals. Why are the minerals twice? What I have
Because
to do.
it also, if you have multiple parts, you can have trees that are complete and parts that aren't.
Yeah. Like the rightmost circle. Like the leftmost circle that can be multiple of those, and those all go into the innermost concentric circle. That makes sense.
Yeah, hang on. I'm reporting a bug. I'm just getting really odd window behavior.
Like what?
When I change the number of runs on a job, in particular my small ASB VPC, my Eve client flickers, I had just changed the resolution.
Oh, I'm getting flickering.
Yeah, as if
But I'm only getting it after like an Alt tab.
Yeah, this wasn't after an Alt tab. When I choose the number of runs on a job, particularly my small ASB, as if I had just changed the resolution. Reproduction steps.
It's just on changing number of jobs. Oh, it works fine
So
here.
far, my Eve client flickers as if I had just changed the resolution. I will
Put a nice arrow.
two nice arrows right there. Save. Send. Reproduction steps. It happened twice. I'm gonna try reproducing this on a different blueprint.
Again?
Yeah. So let me try.
So
It's specifically hitting the Enter key.
let me try my machine.
So if I hit 5, it flips out.
It works fine here, so it might be on your end.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna submit.
You do have a basic background still. Not sure what it's gonna tell you about your Windows prowess.
Whoa, and now it went full screen. Like, it changed my game to full screen mode. What if I change it back to fixed window? It's gonna do the flickering. And now I'm gonna change this to 10. Okay,
Flickering.
and now it just stopped. So when I went back to fixed window, it just stopped. If I go to full screen mode, I'm gonna lose the Hangout. No, it still shows on the other side. If 154 doesn't work, but 20 should. And now it's working. Curse you, Sisi.
I'm having a little Google.
A little what?
Little Google.
Yeah. I have a low-end machine, but a perfectly functional machine. All right. Nice little sound stuff. Let me go back to something that has. Wow. These error messages, so programmer. Alright, well, I have an entire note page of things to tell CCP now, which I will clean up and post on the forums. I think I'm mostly satisfied. Like, it's easier to figure out a little bit about what kinds of skills I might want. I don't have a good sense for, I guess, like, I can just figure out skills the same way I'd figure out other skills. Like, open up the market, look at, the production side, and I'll see that advanced mass production increases the number of jobs that I have installed, etc. I don't have a good ability to kind of, I think the biggest thing that's missing from the current setup is what I kind of think of as, like, the casual spreadsheet replacer. Like, I can't, right now, I can't change the facility. I can't change the facility, I can't change my skills, I can't change ME or TE. I have no idea how changing this job is going to affect the outputs that I get and how long it will take me to get those outputs. And so, if I'm someone who doesn't want to go to the trouble of building a spreadsheet, I can't start to reason about that. And obviously if I'm someone who does want to build a spreadsheet, I'm going to get an advantage from doing so. But that part of the discoverability is still not quite there.
Yeah.
I'm really happy it's up on Sisi though. Like,
this is what day 1 of the test phase of an expansion.
yeah. It's also a lot easier to give feedback on Sisi than, I mean, even when we've seen some of this from CCP on dev blogs or in meetings or whatever, it's a lot easier to get stuff straight from Sisi where I can see it and I can be frustrated by it than it is. Especially in, like, developer demos, the developers already know how to get all over their interface that they just designed. They spent all this time thinking about the interface. I have never clicked around this before.
Which is exactly the perspective that you need.
Yeah. Alright, well I think it's getting a little bit late. I want to type this up before I go to sleep. I also need to send a couple of other emails. But thanks folks, for hanging out with me. Good chatting with you, in particular, Thekla. I don't think we've actually been on comms since RVB Canked way back when.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, I should do that again. I should just bother John.
Oh,
And I
the
still
whole-
haven't found that forum post about Wardex. That's driving me nuts.
It seems to be based on other stuff that I'm reading. I think it was a Marlona Sky post somewhere, maybe on his blog.
Yeah, but maybe it's more in the sky, but for some reason it's not searching the right thing. It's not in my list of.
I remember it passing by.
Yeah,
Well,
it's here's the thread. That's on the Evo forums about it and the link. There.
All right. All right. Ah, cool.
Yeah, it's on his personal blog.
Yeah.
I will.
It's like 70. I think we're like, as soon as we get the numbers from Grayscale, they can actually start. The manufacturers can actually start trying to manufacture cycles. I think the UI is like 75% there, and the rest of it is probably maybe 75 too. It's interesting to see where they're going to go with all the other stuff that they haven't dropped on the server also. So.
Yeah, I mean, like the pause stuff. I don't know what kind of state that's in. But what they have right now is already good, even though it's, full of programmer error messages and also bugs. Like, I think this is some of the earliest we've seen stuff on Sisi, which is great.
It's good they pushed it back, though.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if they pushed industry back and they pushed some other stuff forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Why waste development time?
Yeah, why waste development time? And if they're gonna get industry stuff that'd be like almost ready to release, or they could have more content now, then
give me a path to tell me how to get this stuff.
I mean,
main takeaway.
We'll get it in 6 weeks. So that part's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing, Ali.
Yeah.
My Google tells me that like just about all game flickering is caused by drivers.
Really?
I've still got the error on this machine. It's not that I've got to resize to full screen and back, but I think it's a CPU mouse correlation issue that clears out once you go full screen, which is the oddest thing. But
yeah.
I'll have to get a new machine sometime, or once it dies completely.
I need to get a new machine. I need to get new memory. I need to get a whole bunch of stuff for this computer, because since I've, it's a 4-year-old gaming computer or something like that. So.
I mean, the thing is, 2 years, 3 years old gaming computers are still pretty top of the line.
It was not a top of the line gaming computer when I bought it. It was a works gaming computer when I got it. I could run things at full settings when I got it, but I couldn't run them at full settings and like 120 FPS. So I was still in college at the time. I didn't have a lot of money, and that's part of why I bought a PC, like a tower, instead of a laptop.
And
I built this for a lot less money.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to shut the stream off for now, but it was lovely hanging out with you folks. Sorry that it took me so goddamn long to get Sisi patched, and thank you, Thekla, for the suggestions there.
Yeah, it was fun.
You need to patch again tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, whatever. I also need to point TQ the Sisi, my TQ install back at I need to patch my Sisi install and point my TQ install back at TQ and patch the TQ.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why
Have
you
fun.
why
Have
you
fun with that.
why you did that in the first place is a
It
mystery.
it got me on there way faster than it would have otherwise.
I have two folders